Okay.
It's time I went back and joined everyone in the small salon.
Yes, the small salon as opposed to the large salon. It's a notable distinction. I think this guy is... Wait, why am I walking so slow? I've already forgotten the controls.
You are expected in the small salon, sir.
Okay. Fine. Okay, I just need to change the bar 1 second. I think that's better. I should think. Small salon. Small salon. Think. Assume that's downstairs. Okay, 1 second. It's gonna be really awkward.
Emily,
What's the matter, Louis?
I have new...
What have you found out?
Look, I've started leading up to my mother's and your sister's. Did my
And
mother
the
know
other
about your
girls.
secret?
Belong to the
3
English
ladies.
chapter, and in the order gives her
missing.
access to a good deal of personal information.
It must have
Great,
been
everybody
Emma I
knows.
saw in my vision. I was given to understand that my mother and your sister bonded during...
Uh-huh. Oh god. Don't send her on my mother's trail. Manipulate. Ooh. Speak to Jiz. Ask her to go beyond the nightmare. Let's do manipulation. Don't send her on my mother's trail.
really killed her sister. Find her by myself. They say they spent a lot of time together. They got along well.
Oh,
Right.
really? I think you're right, Duchess Hillsborough.
After all, she's your sister. Well,
I
we'll find them,
totally
Emily. Trust me.
forgot
should
that
I speak to
my
her about
mom.
my vision? If what I saw is true, she might
Oh,
want to
no.
take revenge.
Oh no. Oh, moral decisions already within 5 seconds. I can't remember what vision I had. God damn it. Why the moral decision? I want to bang her, but I can't. But I want to bang her, but I can't. Ah. Oh no. We're gonna tell her.
Emily,
Yeah.
there's something else.
Go on then.
It's about your sister. I
Yeah.
don't know what happened exactly, but it's possible that my mother had a go at her.
I know, Louis. I found out that same evening. Well, thanks for not trying to hide it.
See?
What?
Knew it.
Did you tell me?
Knew it.
I didn't know if I could trust you. Now I know I can.
But now you do.
It seems
Yes!
that your mother
Ha-ha!
tricked Emma. She apparently asked her to hide an important book so that even she wouldn't know where it was. And then she shot her like a dog to make sure no one would ever find it again.
I hear someone in the background arguing. Who spoke to her about and shot her in the picture no one find it again. Does she know why? Who spoke to her about it?
Why would she do that?
I don't know, Louis, but I'll find out. You can count on that.
I'm sincerely sorry, Emily.
Thank you, Louis. But you do realize your mother will have to accept the consequences of her acts.
There
Yeah.
must be an explanation, Emily.
Yeah.
That's what we shall see. They're waiting for us.
Oh my god, there's fighting and this is gonna be
You will pay dearly, Peru. I'm sure you were
Fucking-
involved somewhere along the line.
Oh.
That's right. Pretend you don't know. One piece of advice. Don't travel through France on your way back, or it'll cost you dearly.
Calm now, my friends.
God.
Let's calm down. Everyone seems to be a little unnecessarily heated. Don't forget where you are, please.
What's going on here exactly?
Sir Gregory called us together to introduce the last guest. But hardly had we arrived when he set upon Monsieur Peru.
And what has Mr. Peru done to once again provoke someone's anger?
We don't really know just yet.
I get the feeling it won't be long before it gets out.
How could you dare do such a thing? Dios mío, you are all out of your minds.
Really, Duke Manuel? What made you kick up such a fuss?
What?
Yeah, what the
Have
fuck's
you not
going
heard?
on?
Well, let me inform you that yesterday morning at 10:22 a.m. precisely, in the middle of the Place de la Révolution in Paris, by decree of the National Convention, which Monsieur Peru works for, King Louis was guillotined. What? The King of France is dead, gentlemen. Our monarchies are in danger. I have said it before. How dare they?
Oh dear.
Oh, as if...
Oh, this is terrible.
Friends, let us calm down.
Don't pretend to be surprised. He got a fair trial.
Ridiculous. Bastard. He was sentenced to death by 361 votes to 360. You beheaded a king for one vote. Is that your democracy?
What an obnoxious act.
Yes?
Until this, anything was possible. This political coup will have grave consequences.
France is lost.
Gentlemen, please. Let us take a step back a moment.
In the name of holiness. He was the highest representative of God in France, Emily.
This is terrible. Think of the consequences for the order. Calm down. Cost reduced by 3, so that's 0. That will
Gentlemen,
be 1.
Duchess,
So let's save
we're
it.
all among people of reputable company here. Manage
Yeah.
the conflicts of our nations in a respectful and orderly manner.
I fully agree with you, sir.
But
That's enough, sir.
with whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
Louis Maras
I'm
de Richelieu.
Louis.
Are you related to Sarah de Richet?
Sarah is his mother, Duke. Gentlemen, this
Yeah.
news affects us all, but I must ask you to remain calm. It's not the
Everyone
first
stop
time
freaking
history
out.
has taken us by surprise. Let's ensure that our respective countries are allowed to respond appropriately to this news.
Oh, rest assured.
Anarchy.
The response will not fall short, my friend.
Good for you. Well, Your Grace,
Mayhem.
here I
Disorder.
was preparing to introduce you
Riots.
as is proper, and you've beaten me to it. I'm delighted that we are all together at last.
It's just
Our meeting will therefore be able to
over.
kick off shortly. I have just
My
a
mom's
few
still
more
missing,
little
you dumb
preparations
fuck.
to take care of before you all find out the reason for your presence here. In the meantime, I shall leave you to get to know one another. When you hear the bell, please proceed to the conclave room on my
Conclave
left,
room on
behind
my
that
left.
door. I'll see you later.
Great. Is there anything I can collect? Because I'm missing some little deduction points there, and I would like them. Please. Okay, so right now, Emily is my closest ally.
could you spare a moment, please,
Oh.
sir?
I'm glad you asked.
Cool.
I want to talk to you too. Of course.
I heard about
Oh,
your
no.
mother's disappearance.
He looks concerned. I don't know why, but I doubt it's from sympathy alone. Let's see what he wants from me.
Any news of
Okay.
her? Have you found her, maybe?
Find out what Wallner. I don't know anything about this guy.
Here
Okay,
it's like
so-
you and my mother were close.
Let's say I hold your mother in high esteem, yes. We were even planning to work together.
That's what he was getting at.
Did she tell you about our arrangement?
Oh no. Prompt him to talk about it, so this is why he's so interested.
The cat's out of the bag now. Refresh my memory.
Yes, of course. Nothing of great importance in itself. During one of our discussions, she spoke of an old book which might have been of interest to me, and she had agreed to let me have it.
What?
Oh.
Ancient occultism. As you are aware, I am a doctor of theology. You might have come across some
You mean the
old
book
in her
That
belongings, perhaps?
Emily's sister was supposed to be hiding? String him along. He looks obsessed. Make him.
The least one can say is that he doesn't beat around the bush. Sarah never travels without a few books. What does the one you're looking for look like exactly?
It resembles a grimoire. It's divided into 7 parts, each one individually locked. It was made in such a way that if someone tried to tamper with it, the sheets would be permanently tarnished. It's a unique copy. There's only one.
The mere mention of it makes his face light up. Well, I'll take a look, but I can't promise you anything. You seem very upset. Is it so important to you, this book?
Well, it's the
yeah,
search
apparently.
of a
I mean, look it up.
lifetime. What can I say? Every time
Definitely
closer
the
to
book
it,
that
it seems
fucking
to slip
we're trying
away
to
at the
hide.
last minute.
Or his mom's
I
trying
was
to
very
hide.
surprised to learn that your mother had it in her possession. I thought it was with a certain von Borchardt in Paris. Do you know him?
Yeah. Conviction. That's 3. This is my. I have to use it, or else I'm gonna fail this.
One of your close friends?
No, not really, but we were close once.
I don't want to lose
Precisely
this. It's
over
my,
the
like I
case
said,
that
only
concerns
chance.
us now, because
So-
he claimed to have the book I'm looking for.
Another dishonest person. What can you say? Can't trust anyone these days, huh?
No,
Nope.
no, you can't.
Hope I've been able to satisfy your curiosity, Mr. von Wollner, and that you succeed in finding what you're looking for.
Oh, and so do I.
And now, what if you told me who you really are working instead of keeping up this pretense?
I beg your pardon.
We both for von Wollner. You're the one who von Burchard was planning to sell it to.
For centuries, all those who have come into contact with the Al-Azif have bitterly regretted it, Monsieur de Richet. You are playing a dangerous game. Please know that I am working for someone who does not appreciate anyone poking around in his business.
Let me guess.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna say Mortimer, to be honest. Mortimer seems like, as you can tell from his house, someone who collects the most rarest things out there. And,
Lord Mortimer.
Oh,
that's...
you are way off the mark. There's
Shit.
nothing more for us to say.
Well... Okay, let's go around. Ooh, there was something in the corner there. Collect your coin.
There's a pattern with 5 circles on this chest.
Mm-hmm. We saw that earlier.
Crown Princes.
No, I
As
don't.
I recall,
don't care about.
Dorkin was my character.
So you give 2. I want items. Items. Item. Oh, there's. What's
Monsieur
up?
Bonaparte. You a moment?
Monsieur Bonaparte. No.
Does expression go beyond the nightmare mean anything to you at all?
Well, metaphorically, yes. It sums up the career of a soldier quite well. I doubt that is what you are, though.
Indeed.
Surely not what I'm looking for.
Well, monsieur, if you are looking for a friend, Lord Mortimer must surely have one, given the number of hours. You
Yeah,
ought to
he's got
check
a
in
lot
the
of books.
library of the tower. You never know.
Okay.
What do you think of Duke Godoy?
Well, I'd rather not express any opinion of him.
Why's that?
His reputation is enough for me.
Tell me more. This will not be able to get to know him better. Difficult to work.
Meaning,
This gentleman enjoys people talking about him for too many reasons. His undeserved titles, more than 10 in just
Wow.
4 years, and each one more prestigious than the one before.
you don't think he deserves them?
If I had seen him on the battlefield, there might be some doubt. But that is not the case. The Queen would rather not risk losing him, so she consoles him with awards and titles.
So you don't have a very positive opinion.
His coveting French Catalonia does not encourage me to have one.
I understand your point of view. Would you have any more information about the conference Lord Mortimer spoke of?
Nothing at all. Mortimer is when it comes to his conferences. But given the presence of Monsieur Peru and ourselves, I think it must concern France to some extent. Otherwise, I doubt he would have invited 3 Frenchmen to his table, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Okay.
shall we meet up again later?
Wait, monsieur. News of your mother.
Unfortunately not, no.
I hope there about before I leave. Let me know if you find her.
That's, yeah,
À
no,
plus
that's
tard,
great.
monsieur.
I'm glad, you know, you're only cause finding my mother so you can, get your deal. Warms me. Okay. Let's just look at, right? Yeah. Zach. Oh. Hey, what's up, homie? Georgie boy.
Go beyond the nightmare. Does this line remind you of anything in particular?
You're unaware here, Louis. Let me think about it a second. No, nothing comes. Sorry, Louis, but I am unable to help you.
Mr. President, what do you think about your counterpart, Manuel?
Priesty.
I'm very surprised to accept his invitation, given the political situation in Spain.
Yes.
What do you mean?
The situation is ready to explode with France over Catalonia.
Must have a darn reason to be absent here, mustn't he?
When Lord Mortimer invites you, Louis, you come. It's almost.
Personally, but... Mr. Can you tell me a little more about the coming conference?
Of course, Louis, here. Lord Mortimer or Sir Gregory regularly organize meetings like this to put forward major
That's
projects.
What do you mean by major projects?
To let Lord Mortimer say he brings influential people in order to consider possible actions to undertake the future of nations.
Do you know the theme of the conference?
Not in the slightest. None of the guests know the theme before arriving. Not fine.
Well, thank you for your time.
Don't mention it. Regarding on the nightmare, don't hesitate to question the others about it. Maybe one
You're
of
really
them
not
knows
helping me
more
out
than
here.
I do.
That's a good idea. Thank you once again. I'll see.
I'm gonna ask everybody. Come on, I need... I'm running out of freaking points here. It's just sitting down. Fuck you. Okay.
Discourse on the Method by Descartes. Romney painted Lady Hamilton as Circe.
Oh, butterfly.
Circe turning Ulysses' companions back into humans.
Louis, just the man. Good Lord.
Yeah?
How did the king come to be executed? I would think that the order would have intervened.
The king was playing with fire. The king.
Your Eminence, I'm sorry for King.
Oh. You counter an immunity when effort point is locked.
Louis, but he did everything to put himself there.
Louis, how can you say such a thing? Even if France rejects the church, you don't go and behead a person of high status. They always serve our cause better alive than dead. Politically, it's absurd.
I invite you to speak about it
I
with my
agree.
mother as soon as she reappears.
Is there any news of her?
Well, I hope it won't be long before I find her, Your Eminence.
Now you wanted to speak to me.
I'm sure a man like you is in the circle of trust. Would you know what the conference that Lord Mortimer mentioned is going to be about?
Big spiel.
Well, be
Well,
it
that's
Lord
useless.
Mortimer or Sir Gregory, we are never informed about the theme of the conference before it begins.
If I say the nightmare to you, Does it make you think of anything?
Your question is strange, my son.
Just answer the fucking question, man.
Say, could you at least tell me a little more about the context?
This.
Think of a place and tell me the first thing that comes into your mind when I say the nightmare.
Let me think.
Come on.
I'd say Lord Mortimer's favorite painting on the wall behind his desk.
Behind his
You
desk.
know, that painting caused quite a stir when it was exhibited. It is titled The Nightmare, and it shows a woman lying down with a
Lying
creature
down with a
sitting
creature.
on her.
Okay.
And in the background, a horse. I don't know
the
if
horse?
it will be of any help, but I can't think of anything else.
You never
Okay.
know. Thank you for that, though, Your Eminence.